everybody? It's Brian coming to you from Sitch Radio in Irvine, California, your podcast studio. Our mission to help you tell your story. This week, we've done a lot as far as set. I believe you saw these panels behind me last week, but we actually have another one in, and we're going to be making some tweaks as soon as we're done with this episode. So things are forever changing, ever evolving. So we can have options for you, the podcaster who wants to include video with their show. Everybody, round of applause. Comment. Please comment on this show and tell Joey congratulations. He is now a licensed driver.
Yeah, comment. Yeah.
He didn't know that was coming. Congratulations to him. You know, I do remember way back when getting my driver's license and being nervous and the test and the driving and all of that stuff. But I'm kind of living vicariously through Joey, bringing that excitement back to the forefront of my life. But congrats, Joey. Jeanette started school, so she's going to be rocking her part-time hours as normal here, helping those shows that require her expertise. And Joey's going to be starting school next week. We're stoked about that. But on to more studio stuff. We have been working with a local vodka company that we're really excited about, and we're hoping to be launching them in March. Very, very exciting. We've got some talks with some other studios getting ready to take place next week that we're excited about, getting in on a little partnership venture outside the studio, which is cool. Podcast Movement's coming up in March. I can't believe it's 2 months away. Very excited to be there and meet people I've heard, seen, but don't know, and meet some people I haven't heard nor seen. I enjoy the networking aspect of conferences. I'm hoping that March is a little less restrictive when it comes to the Vid19. I did hear this morning there's another variant, but anyway, this isn't a show about that. This is a show about Sitch Radio and podcasting. Joey's got a list of recent shows here, but I really want to highlight Call to Service. We recorded a few episodes with 511 this week, and there was some reflection going on about the awesome job they did, podcast and video. And what they did was a mini documentary on 9/11 for the 20th anniversary of September 11th. And the team went back to New York and they've captured some awesome video. So if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to go to YouTube and check out at least the mini documentary. It's about 13 minutes. In addition to that, there's about 9 hours of interviews with first responders and people that were on the ground from day one on. And you know, out of that, the term "never forget" came out, and I honestly believe that people are forgetting. And it's been 20 years, which is mind-blowing to me. But if you want to listen to the audio episodes that they released, you can check out Call to Service on all your favorite podcast players and go back to the September episodes. And they dropped weekly episodes, all relating, interviewing not only first responders. Well, he was a first responder, but Will Jimeno, he was one of the gentlemen trapped for 30 plus hours that some of the responders they interviewed helped rescue. He was one of 3 pulled from the pile that lived. But I've been in a reflective mood this week and kind of wanted to bring that up and highlight it. Call to Service is a great show. They interview military, law enforcement, firefighter, people in public service. And it's more about their call to serve others, appropriately named Call to Service. So give that a try. If you're having a hard time finding it, go to sitchradio.com. You'll see their cover. You can click it and consume on Sitch, or there's links there to the popular podcast players that you can, click on and see it on that player. In addition to that, February 15th, our meetup is going to be podcasting on your own. So We're going to take some time and share our knowledge about podcasting for those people who are thinking about starting a podcast, but want to go indie and do it on their own without the help of a studio. So we're going to kind of go through what you need to do, what you need to buy, how to use some equipment, high level overviews. It's usually a really good turnout. We do have a large enough facility where we can do COVID precautions, but we're going to limit attendance to just 20, just to ensure everybody is comfortable. And we're, excited to do this. This is a meetup lecture presentation that we've done in the past. And again, they've always been popular. Last bit of news. I'd Podcast That has transformed as of this morning to I'd Podcast That 2.0. The last episode of I'd Podcast That published again this morning. So with that having been said, we encourage you to search for I'd Podcast That 2.0 and subscribe to that show. It will be a weekly show free of charge on all your favorite podcast players, but we are going to highlight those podcast players that are supporting more of the tags with RSS 2.0. In addition to that, we will be releasing a Monday through Thursday episode. However, you will need to be a paid subscriber to a podcaster's newsletter on Substack. So it will be a 5 days a week show. We've got a team behind it. Cassie is doing a great job at lining up what's going to be discussed next, Monday through Thursday. Joey's producing the Friday episodes so he can learn the back end production work for a podcast and is doing a phenomenal job. Joey picked the music, brand new art, brand new look, still called I'd Podcast That, but 2.0. So we encourage you to subscribe to that. And again, it's going to be not necessarily how to use a mic, how to plug a mic in, tactile usage of boards and stuff like that, but more theory, growth hacks, how to use a mic properly. If you're going to get loud, to back away from the mic so you're not blowing people's eardrums out, and to quiet down as you come closer to it. All the cool broadcasting techniques that we've learned over the years of, producing podcasts. So we're excited about that. We encourage you to subscribe to a podcaster's newsletter. There is some free content that does get published there a couple times a month, and there will be daily Monday through Friday content published. However, you must be a paid subscriber to get everything. Check out the free stuff. If it's not for you, feel free to move on. If you find some value in what we're publishing and would like to hear all of I'd Podcast That 2.0, jump on in. It's not very expensive, and you're going to get a great education 5 days a week when it comes to podcasting. I believe that's it. Are we good, Joey? Right as rain. Until next week, this is Brian at Sitch Radio.